What's up, guys? This is Brian J's Nerd Talk, and here's my short review. I mean, it's not too short, but this is my spoiler review of House of the Dragon Season 1, Episode 7, which was a great episode. This episode was a masterpiece. It was even better than last week's episode. There was so much drama, so much intensity, and these are spoilers I'm going to spoil, but Aemon Targaryen, he takes Vhagar. Vhagar's like the oldest dragon in the world. She's like 170 years old, and Aemon Targaryen takes Vhagar, conquers the dragon, and he's now the dragon rider of Vhagar Targaryen, and then he gets his eye sliced up when he's confronted by the other kids, and the two girls, the two twin daughters of Daemon Targaryen and Laena Velaryon, who Laena Velaryon just died and they have her funeral in this episode, but the two girls try to fight Daemon Targaryen because they're angry at him for taking their family's dragon, and he beats them up, and then the Strong boys, who are both sons of Harwin Strong and Rhaenyra Targaryen, even though everyone's trying to say that they're the sons of Laenor Velaryon, who is the brother of Laena Velaryon. But anyways, the Strong boys get into a fight with Aemon Targaryen. Aemon beats them up, and then one of the Strong boys slice out his eye, just like in the book. Although it happened differently in the book, the whole process of everything. But they do fight, the kids do fight, and this is the end result. And so then later on in the episode, Alicent Hightower wants revenge. She wants one of the eyes of Rhaenyra's sons to be taken out, and then she grabs the dagger and she confronts Rhaenyra Targaryen, and they're yelling at each other, and it has such great dialogue, great acting, and intensity, and then she slices Rhaenyra's arm, and it's like, holy shit, this is crazy. Oh, and also, Daemon Targaryen finally has sex with Rhaenyra Targaryen, which is great. I've been waiting for them to finally get together, just like in the book, and they finally did in episode 7, and they get married, and they slice up they cut their lips with dragon glass, and they cut off their hand, and it's like an old Targaryen bloody marriage. It's made in fire and blood, and it's great. I loved it. It was awesome. And Laenor Velaryon dies, but he didn't really die. They faked his death. And I thought that was a great change from the book, because in the book he dies, but we don't know if it was Daemon Targaryen that killed him or somebody else, or it was his boyfriend or an assassin, or because in the book it's implied that his boyfriend killed him out of jealousy because he was with another man, or he was killed by an assassin. We don't know, but in the show, they faked his death. And I think this was like a plan that was agreed upon between Laenor Velaryon, Rhaenyra Targaryen, and Daemon Targaryen, that they planned to fake Laenor Velaryon's death. And so instead of them burying the gays and killing another gay person on the show, they just had him fake his death, and he goes with his boyfriend to across the Narrow Sea. I think they're going to Pentos or Bravos or one of those cities, and they're going to live happily ever after. I was like, oh my gosh, Laenor Velaryon might be the only character to get a happy ending out of all this, out of this whole story. He might be the only one in the show to get a happy ending, which is so different from the books, and I love that change. This was a great episode. On a scale of 1 to 10, I give this episode a 10 out of 10. This episode was a masterpiece. I'm very happy about it. It was great. I loved it. I can't wait for episode 8. Episode 8 is when the Dance of the Dragons, the Targaryen Civil War, is really going to get started. And then episode 9 is going to be about the Green Council, and I think episode 10 is going to be about the Black Council. And so that's all going to be great, and I can't wait for it. But tonight's episode of House of the Dragon was a great episode, and this is Brian J's Nerd Talk. I'll talk to y'all later.